Here with Roosevelt Bouie, Syracuse Orange alum, and obviously overseas, playing a lot of time on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean and spending some time in Italy, also coaching guys still in the here and now. And Roosevelt, I want to start there with you. What makes you want to continue to coach the youth of today and help people out? I mean, you've had your career, you've had a lot of success, but to coach people and to truly show them the world and what their possibilities can be, what makes you want to do that?
You know, when I first went over to Europe, I enjoyed the game of basketball, and I enjoyed giving people the opportunity to play in Europe like I did. It really opened up my eyes to how things happen around the world. It helped me to grow as a person also. So most of all, I'd like to get them to just travel to another country and see if they have what it takes to have a career there, which would be possibly their dream. So it allows me to help them out by utilizing contacts that I made over the years.
And then having some of those contacts that you made, you got back on the court recently in the National Senior Games. And what was that like? And let everybody know, who was on your team and how that experience was.
Well, that was pretty interesting because I had Rich Colmetz. He played for Hobart. We had Larry Luke. He played for Alfred Tech. Tim Adler, he played at Portland. And we had Clark Hogan. He played at Western Michigan. And we had Mike Pilato. He played above state. So they're all guys from upstate New York, all live in the Rochester area. We went out to the National Senior Games. We put a 3-on-3 tournament. And we just basically, we went out there with all guys. We had one guy that was 6'5", one that was 6'7", and then there was 6'9", 6'9", 6'9", and 7 feet. So we went out there, we put a big team. Our T-shirts said, we had T-shirts made up that said, size matters. So what happened is nobody could use guards or forwards against us because we had all big guys. Anytime we put a guard, a three-point shooter in, we'd have him play against a guy that's 6'9" and put him underneath the basket. So we used a little bit of basketball knowledge and just the way we play basketball in upstate New York, pretty physical, aggressive basketball. And we had a great time doing it. We played really smart because you have to play 7 games in 3 days. So you really gotta, your games are 2 hours apart. So you really everybody's gotta be very careful not to get that deep muscle fatigue because you can't get it to go away in 2 hours. You have to eat right, get rest. So it was great to go back there and know how to take care of myself to continue to play. So in the final games, we're clicking on all cylinders.
How was the body getting on the court and having those games a couple hours apart? Did you feel good?
I felt really good because I still play up at college with some of the younger players, not on the full court. It's a little bit shorter court. So I've been still running and still playing. So when I found out that it was a half-court game, I was thinking, this will be pretty easy. Except we played 20-minute half, and the referee doesn't have to touch the ball, so it's a very quick game. It's like having a guy lean on you for 40 minutes because you got to be quick to change position. Position is very important. So it's really consistently it's like lifting weights for 40 minutes basically. It's all playing against smart guys. It's chess, not checkers.
And being out there and playing with some of these guys, and like you say, all coming from upstate New York, what did that mean to you to go out to a place like Cleveland and show them what upstate New York basketball is like? That gritty, like you said, just bear you down and bring you inside. What was it like to show people that, and how did they respond to it?
You know what? When we first walked in, guys had their eyes on us. We were all big. The smallest guy is 6'5", probably 215. And then we went from 6'8" to all 6'9", and at 6'9" from 215 pounds up to 230 pounds. And you had myself in there at 295. So everybody was looking at us like, oh crap, these guys, hopefully they won't know what to do. And when they saw us on the court, we have this old saying, if it's not broke, don't fix it. You find a mismatch, you get the ball to that guy over and over again, whoever didn't match up. And just ride that horse on to the next game. So we really didn't. And then every 3 or 4 minutes we would change players. So we never wanted anybody getting really tired. Everybody got breathers. Everybody got a chance to play. And it was really nice to see that our style of play, not only our physical style of play, but not only did we wear you out physically, but also mentally, we never gave you a chance to get into the game because we always attacked you where you were the weakest. It was nice.
When you obviously being a physical player like you always were at Syracuse and professionally, how physical were you on the court this time around in the senior games? Were you still letting guys know that you were right there?
Yeah, it was pretty funny because when each game we start out, they start out like, man, you've been dishing out a beat. You sure you're not tired? You don't want to go sit down? And I came out, started each game, and I played. There's no saying if the guy playing against me is not upset within 30 seconds after I start playing, I'm not doing my job. So I make contact on him. If he's got the ball, I make contact on him if I have the ball. So that was pretty much the way to go. Everybody would see us coming, they'd go like, oh, here they come again. It's the New York boys. I said, and we tell them, no, it's the upstate New York boys.
Now, you said going in that a lot of people had jersey sponsors, and you're just used to cutting the sleeves off a T-shirt and walking in. But you said that they might have looked at you and smirked, but they weren't doing that when you walked out. Just go into that, and I mean, it really sounds like a true underdog story, the way that they looked at you coming in and then how you came out.
We went in there. We talked about the top teams from all over the country. There were 1,600 athletes there doing all different sports. But we walked in there. Their teams in there had sponsors on the front and the back. They all had uniforms. They all had their colors. They all had unique names. And we walked in there, and a couple guys had shirts from one league. We came in there with colors. So a couple guys had shirts from one league. They were the same color. I didn't have that color, so I had a cut-off T-shirt that was that color. And it went that way the whole time. And people would come out there and watch us play. We had all the different color shorts on. I had black shorts with gray stripe. Another guy had gray shorts with black stripe. Somebody else had green shorts. But it's not about how you look. Everything was clean and tucked in. But we came out there and we played basketball. And they were kind of laughing at us when they saw us at first. But everybody was paying attention when we finished up. And then we all had T-shirts made up the same at the end to get our pictures taken for the gold medal. And they say size matters because we're all big guys. And in the back, it had Upstate boys on the back. So by next year, we'll be using the same shirts, but we'll cut the sleeves out of it.
Now, doing something like this, have you experienced something like the National Senior Games, or is this kind of a first for you?
You know what? I played for the U.S. national team many years leading up to the '80 Olympics, but we never went to the Olympics in '80. So this was like the closest thing that I've seen. The organization was phenomenal. The refereeing was incredible. They were very easy to talk to. Some of the rules were kind of different. Like if you foul the guy shooting, they got 2 foul shots, then they got the ball back. If you so that you couldn't just get into the habit of fouling the big guy underneath the basket with no consequences. So you get fouled and I get 2 foul shots, so I'd have a chance for a 4-point play each time. Each time I got fouled, so that kind of got me gassed up. And if you double team, if anybody double teams, we were smart to spread the floor out. So if one guy double teamed, the guy he had to cover was going to be 15, 20 feet away. So we had them sprinting and running around, and we had guys taking open shots. And when they took the open shots, we had the advantage because we were all rebounders. So it was a lot of fun.
Did you get any dunks in there?
Yeah, one thing you don't want to do with a bunch of old guys is you don't want to be trying to dunk on them because old guys try to body up, so there's a lot of physical contact. There's a couple of times where I was like, I could do this, and I was like, yeah, but what happens if I get bumped or undercut? The first guy I played against was 6'4", about 330 pounds. So you don't want to be trying to dunk on a guy like that because his whole game is body on body. So we tried to do what was easy, and a lot of times, rather than get a dunk, I got an open 3-point shot from one of my teammates, and that helped out. That's a dagger in the heart like that too. So it was a all around great experience for me.
And then outside of the senior games, you went up north pretty far, up a dirt road, a few hours outside of Syracuse there, I think is an understatement, to talk to some people about training Native American tribes. And what's that like?
It was a great opportunity. A friend of mine, Teresa Ducharme, she has a company called Lemon Cree, and she took me up into the Cree Nation. She has some kids up there that she goes up there and she does yoga and she does other fitness with these people. And it was just so great that I got a chance to go up there. I found out about 5 years ago that my maternal grandmother is half Indian and my paternal grandmother is full-blooded Indian. So, you know, finding that out and being able to go up and spend some time up there on the Indian reservation, I really enjoyed it. We got to Val-d'Or, which is north of Quebec, and it's like 3 hours like north. And then from there, you get on a dirt road and you go. I think it's St. John Bay. It's a dirt road that's like you're on it for 5 hours. I never knew there was a dirt road that was 5 hours long. And we just went as far north as I've ever been. And I was expecting to see moose and bear and timber wolves walking around out there, but we have more animals in Kendall, actually. But really, on the reservation, they have great programs for educating kids in all sports and all activities. So I was very happy to be a part of that, and hopefully I'll be able to do a little bit more of that also.
What makes you want to, I mean, I know you said you have family that you found out has that Native American background, but to travel all the way up there to teach basketball, I mean, you got to love the sport of basketball first and foremost, and you have to really have, you know, a genuine care for individuals to do that. Where does that all stem from for you to make that trek? Because, I mean, some basketball guys, they want to teach people in their backyard. You're willing to go to all kinds of backyards to teach people.
You know, it's kind of funny because I enjoy teaching kids that are willing to learn. And I also have to add a little selfish thing in there because there's great fishing up there also. I wasn't able to fish this time, but it's great fishing up there. I met some really nice people, and I was able to teach kids things that they never had a chance to learn before. And they're kids that when I go back up there, they'll be sitting waiting in the gym. As soon as I get in town, they're waiting in the gym and hopefully I'll come by the gym. No matter what time the lessons are, they're going to sit at the gym and wait. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to see that enthusiasm for the sport of basketball. And it gets me excited all over again because I started playing late, so I still love the game. I was able to get back in there and play in the senior games, and go up and teach situations that I hadn't taught before. And I had a team go over to Italy this summer also, and they did well. We got 4 guys pending contracts right now, so it's been an all around great opportunity for me this summer.
Well, I appreciate it, Roosevelt, and look forward to talking with you soon.
My pleasure. Thank you.